I was ready to fight. I was ready to go on a plane. And so when I couldn't get on the plane to Korea, that's when the guy said, all right, here are your papers.
Yeah.
Well, it's also all my boys. Like, my boys fucking, they went over there and I wanted to be with them so badly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so badly. That's why I joined the military, is because I wanted to fight with my brothers.
Yeah.
And I didn't get that chance while they were doing everything in Korea. It's just, you know, it bites me in the ass every single day that I think about it. But
do you feel guilt at all?
yes.
Which is crazy to think about, because guilt is usually associated because you did something wrong, right?
I feel guilt for not being there with them.
Yeah.
Those are my boys. Like, when I say they're my brothers, like, they would show up anytime, any, like, day. Like, those are my boys. Like, I would do anything for them. They would do anything for me.
Hi guys, it's your girl Nahama, your favorite Jew from the Lou. Welcome back to our podcast. And today I'm so excited to have Brandon with me. Welcome.
Hi, it's nice to see you.
I know. And here we are, months after working together at Mountain House Café.
Yes.
Yeah. When did you start working there?
Oh, early July.
Of last year's
Yeah.
year?
Yeah. So
Can you believe
it's
that?
been a year. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I started there.
You were like right there with me.
Yeah. And it was maybe a few months beforehand, maybe like April, May.
Yeah.
I switched over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I walked in, you saw you. I was like, let's go.
Yeah. It was fun. It was great.
Yeah.
But I think it's just proof of that, like, no matter how much time passes, like, when you have good rapport with someone, just pick up where you left off. It's like the best part of being an adult.
I loved when, like, I saw you. I was like, all right, she's like, she knows what she's doing. She's doing well.
Thanks.
She can, yeah.
Running the front by myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing
Yeah,
like the
it was
cashier and making
I didn't
coffee.
have to worry about the
Yeah.
front of the house.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
And I felt the same way because I had back in the house help that has been iffy. So, you know, especially when you work in the food service industry, having good help and having like a good team is literally everything.
That's what I tell John every day. It's just like, hey, as long as you have me back there, just keep it going. You know?
Yeah.
It's a moving part. It's you know, you gotta keep the pieces moving. Keep going.
Yeah. So a little like behind the scenes. So you're now a cook for Mountain House Cafe.
Yes.
But we're actually going to dive into your old history. Bring all the deep, dark secrets today.
That's okay.
This is a safe space. So going back into, you were a veteran.
I was.
So,
I was in 11 Bravo in the military. I was in the Army. I got offered a Army Ranger contract as well as Airborne. I didn't take those because I love my wife and I wanted to get back home and be with her. So kind of stay still a little bit. Yeah, so trying to stay at home, and it was fun. I met a lot of great people. Like, I have brothers that still text me and call me to this day, and I love them so much. And they're in Germany and all sorts of other places that I can't stay. It was great.
Yeah.
I had my boys.
It's a brotherhood.
Yes.
There's a certain sparkle that I see in veterans' eyes when they meet another veteran and they're like,
So
what branch
you
are you
know,
in? Yeah.
So,
Like, how
you
long
know.
were you in for? And
I was in for 2 years.
mhm.
I was supposed to do 4, but I had a TBI, which is a traumatic brain injury, which sucked because I wanted to be in for all 4. and I wanted to be deployed and stuff. And all my boys went to Korea right after I got my TBI, and I wasn't allowed to travel. Or the thing was, I couldn't lift more than 2.5 pounds.
So definitely
I was
not
sitting
ready.
there just doing paperwork. It sucked. It sucked for me because the reason why I went infantry was, you know, I wanted to be in the suck. Like I wanted to be in that grind of like, just, be with the boys. Like,
Yeah.
honest, like, but things worked out. I did, and now I'm here. Now the cooking.
Yeah. Are you comfortable going into what caused your TBI and what that experience was like?
Yeah, yeah. I woke up at 2 a.m. in the morning. So the way like our barracks was set up, it was me on this side and him on this side. And I woke up at 2 a.m. and he was over top of me. Picked me up, slammed me against the wall.
And this was your roommate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slammed me against the wall. I cracked the back of my skull, and I had like some jaw stuff because I like bit my tongue.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was like I bit my tongue, and I was just bleeding everywhere. And my PTSD came in at 6 a.m. Said, "What happened to you?" And I didn't want to like off my brother because he's still my brother. I don't care if do anything to me. He's still, a part of my family. Like that's my boy. And PSG came in, PL came in, and they were like, "Yeah, you got something done to you." And I was like, "Yeah," because I don't fight back either.
Great.
Yeah, unless like
you also were woken up at 2 a.m. with your head slammed against the wall.
Exactly.
I think
like,
most people would be like very out of it. Like, am I awake? Am I dreaming?
I was like, what the heck? And I was moving like companies. Like I was moving around too. And yeah, so I ended up, I called my brother that was in 11 Bravo as well. And I was like, I need you to take me to the hospital because I know that I'm cussed. I know that.
Wait, you were bleeding and no one thought to take you to the hospital? Okay.
Not at all. Not at all. Yeah. My PL and my platoon leader. Yeah. So I went to the hospital. They were like, "What happened?" And I was like, "I got jumped by my roommate." And they were like, "Do you talk to your higher ups?" And I was like, they were in the room. Like, they literally woke me up from everything that was happening. And so I got stitches. I thought I was going to have to get my mouth wire shut again because I already broke my jaw back in high school.
What, sports or?
No, so it was Thanksgiving, and I was going to a baseball, like, we were like training like little kids.
Yeah.
For high school. And we were like training them, and it was like a full week thing, like a summer camp type of thing. And there was a drunk driver. He drove over to my side, and I was right behind six. So he hit me. I had a BMW 330 Ci.
Nice car.
Very, very nice car. Hit the top left of my car, and I went off a cliff.
Oh my God.
Into a tree. I should have granted this in it. I went off into a tree, and the only thing I remember was a cop that clocked my speed about half a mile up before it happened. And I was only going 30 miles per hour, like nothing bad.
Yeah.
And he's pulling me out of a car that is on fire.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So I got a little burned. on my feet. And if he didn't pull me out, I would have died in the fire. Hands down. If you saw the pictures, you'd be like, yeah, you should have been dead. It was.
What an out of body experience.
It's like, it also woke me up, you know? Like, I don't know if that's the reason why I joined the military, but it was like a eye-opening just experience. Like I was like, oh, I can live.
Yeah.
Like I'm that strong. I can.
Yeah. And clearly you're supposed to still be here, right? Like you have a purpose.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. It's crazy. So you had, from that accident, you said you had to get your jaw wired shut?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yikes.
So
was that all liquid diet, right?
Yeah. So I had wires in my jaw and then liquid diet, which sucked. And then I was also the junior in high school when it happened. So I was writing on whiteboards. So they gave me like a little whiteboard and I had to write everything to my teachers and stuff. And I was like, I can't talk because I have the wires and then the rubber bands and everything. And I was like,
how crazy. Like just looking at you, I would never know that you've been through something so
dramatic. Like I look in the mirror and I'm like,
you see that?
I literally think about it all the time. Like anytime I meet somebody, I'm like, my jaw's this way because of this. Like it sucks for me, but
because you're remembering what you looked like prior versus like, I don't know what you're.
My jaw was like this, like fully slanted, like, and when it first happened, everyone was like, oh, dude, your jaw is slanted. Because I'm a junior in high school. Everybody's going to say something.
Right. And like when you're in high school, looks matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I didn't care what anybody's thought about it. I just kind of got over it. But still, to this day, I'm like, I promise, it's getting better.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. So then you are at the hospital, post being jumped by your roommate at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Was there any like ill will between the two of you beforehand that could have instigated this?
No. So he was actually homeless before he joined the military. So he was trying to get out of, and that's why I always gave him grace. You know, like I always tried to, hey, to come out with us. You know, like come be with the boys. Like, and he always just wanted to play the game and stuff. And but I always tried to like include him in things. And he's from North Carolina, and he was a good dude. Like, and that's why I was so like, what are you doing?
Right.
And before that, we actually had to pin him down. Me and some of the other boys on the Bears floor. We had to pin him down because he broke off 2 of our cabinet doors in the living room. And I was like, hey, I need help. Like, and so I just started knocking on every one of the doors that were there. And all the boys came out and helped me because they ended up being babies.
And clearly he has mental health issues, which is it's
just
so sad.
And so that's what they finally, I guess it's a diagnosis. Like they sat him down, got everything, and they were like, yeah, you got some stuff going.
Yeah.
And I do it like all the time. I mean, he would sleep talk. He would be like standing there just staring at me. Just staring.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's so creepy.
I know. And I was just like, hey buddy, like it's okay. Like go back to sleep. And luckily, like he listened to me. Like he would take me to Dallas to go fly to see my wife and stuff. Like he would take me to Austin and stuff because he had a car. And there's just so many points where I was like, I don't want to screw your life, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I love you enough because you are my brother So like, I don't want to do that to you, but at the same time, it was hell. It was, there was nothing I could do. I tried more than anything to be respectful and kindful and appreciative and everything, but you can only do so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a characteristic that you've carried on where it's like you seem to always want to be the champion for the underdog and you just love people so much. I feel like you're so empathetic that you're always like putting yourself in their shoes.
That's what my wife says.
To the extreme.
Yeah.
To your detriment sometimes.
She's like, sometimes like you being over loving is like your downfall. Is because of how much because I get it. Like, some things suck. Life sucks sometimes. And there are people that don't have people to rely on or go back on. And I've been there.
Yeah.
And it sucks. Like, it really does. Like, I wish there were times in my life in high school that I had somebody to lean on.
Mm-hmm.
And there was nobody there. And it was me, myself, and I down here. And I want to be that person for somebody, you know? Like, I can be there. I'll be your friend. You vent, you say whatever you want. Like, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna like go back on you. Like, just let it out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, but it's like it's kind of like the Robin Williams of the world, where it's like so many times people like that are like that because they haven't had someone. But then it's like you just need to make sure that you're okay and that you have people in your corner who are like just as much. We don't need the whole world, right? That's not realistic. The whole world isn't going to be there for you the same way. But I am a big believer where it's like I think it could get disheartening sometimes when you're a giver and it's not what's being received back. Not that we do it to receive, but it could be exhausting sometimes when it's like a one-way exchange.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think whatever you get out will always come back to you. Maybe not from the source that you're giving it to, but like life gives to the giver.
Mm-hmm.
So one way or another,
Exactly.
things end up working themselves out.
Okay.
So were you concussed?
Yeah.
Big time?
Big time. TBI. Traumatic brain injury.
So what does that mean today? Like how many years post injury are you at this point?
Now it's about 4. But it was brain bleeding.
Oh my God, this sounds terrifying because the brain is so fragile.
Yeah.
There's so many intricacies. It's terrifying.
I got lucky, but it's still, my wife will say something and I still don't remember it. And I try to, I really try nowadays to remember what she's telling me. And I have to say, you have to put it down on something because I do not remember it all. But yeah, in the back of my head, I had bleeding from my brain. And there was no process of trying to heal it. There was no cure type of thing. There was no therapy or anything that I could have done to get it to heal back. So that kind of sucked. Just knowing that this is where you're at and that's how it's going to be. So you just rest. And that's kind of why I got out of the military, because it was just like, I can lift more than 2.5 pounds. And I was just transferring papers over to everybody. And again, I was in infantry. So like,
it's also not you. It's not what you would be.
Yeah. Like I was ready to fight. I was ready to go on a plane and do.
And obviously every job is important, has its role, and it's necessary.
Yes. Exactly.
But that's not you.
That wasn't
your intention.
Yeah. And so when I couldn't get on the plane to Korea, that's when they kind of said, all right, here are your papers.
Yeah.
Which,
it's understandable, but how disappointing.
Well, it's also all my boys. Like my boys fucking, they went over there and I wanted to be with them so badly. Like so badly. That's why I joined the military, is because I wanted to fight with my brothers.
Yeah.
And I didn't get that chance while they were doing everything in Korea. And it's just, it bites me in the ass every single day, but I think about it. But
do you feel guilt at all?
yes. Yeah.
Which is crazy to think about, because guilt is usually associated because you did something wrong, right?
I feel guilt for not being there with them.
Yeah.
Those are my boys. Like when I say they're my brothers, like they would show up anytime, any like day. Like those are my boys. Like I would do anything for them. They would do anything for me. Like it's crazy. I love them. I love them. It's the day I die. I love them. And I wish I was with them.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people understand the camaraderie that comes about through that training. And then you add someone like yourself, who has such a big heart, is such an empath, that, I mean, you were a goner. There was no hope you were going to be.
Well, I can't, like, I was, okay. I was a team leader out there too. So like, I had multiple guys, under me that like needed me to be there, and I couldn't be there for them.
Yeah.
And I think that's what hurts me the most, is that like those guys like relied on me. They were like, yeah, Brandon has this, and then that happened, and I'm just like, sorry, I can't. Okay, I'm not.
You're getting tired. It's like, I can't even imagine, because they were so lucky to have you, even for the brief time period, because it's not always that you're going to have a leader who cares about you in that way. So I don't think, even though you didn't get to live out your intention, even just any brief interaction, I'm sure is something that sits with them to this day. And like, you meet someone like that.
Yeah, and like I always talk to them and try to like, hey, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Like I'm still alive. You're still alive. All right, everything's good. And I have a buddy that's out in Germany right now, and I just talked to him on the phone the other day, and it's been like 2.5 years since I talked to him. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm doing well. I'm a squad leader now. I'm doing this and that. And I'm like, it's exactly what I wanted for you. Like, I'm so happy for you. Like, I'm doing well too. I have my wife, and I'm doing well at my house. I have 3 dogs. I live on the hill. Like, I'm doing all right for myself, and she's doing great, and she's got a girl, and they're talking. And that's all that I wanted out of those boys. Like, I wanted just men to find themselves and get everything out of life that they wanted when they joined. Because that's all we would talk about during basic and stuff was, I want this, I want that, and I want this, that, and the other. And all my boys are doing great. I lost a really, really good friend. So he went airborne right after basic training. And he died in a motorcycle crash. He was going 95 down the interstate. And I beat myself up a lot about it, a lot. Because they think it was just suicide, just trying to get away from his demons and stuff. And I ask myself every day, why didn't you call me? Why didn't we just send me a text? I was his best man at the wedding.
Yeah.
Like, we all loved him. He was the brightest light in the room, and just out of nowhere. And I think about it every single day. And my wife won't even let me buy another second because of that. Like, it's very, very hard for me uh, to think about that. Because I think that people that don't do military don't understand, like, the brotherhood. Like, that, like, I lost a brother that had, like, so did all of my platoon. Like, we all lost somebody that is so close to us that it just hurts. And you gotta figure out a way to keep moving forward.
Yeah.
And it sucks. It sucks. But at the same time, you have to do it.
Right.
Like, it's not as fun things, but
There's a lot of survivor's guilt. A friend of mine lost her father to suicide as well. And I think there's a lot of guilt from that as a loved one to be like, why didn't I notice the signs? Why couldn't I have been there for them? Why did you reach out to me?
exactly.
You know, and mental health is no joke. It's, you could be doing great 99% of the time, and then it just catches up on you, and if you're not in a good headspace, it could, you could be in the best environment, with the best people, and it could just overtake you.
Yeah.
And I think guilt can swallow you up. So I haven't lost anyone to suicide, but I have lost people who are very dear to me. And one thing that I live by when the grief gets overwhelming is now I'm living for two
Yeah.
or more, unfortunately, depending on how many we lose.
Yeah.
And that's all we can do.
Yeah.
Because you will play it and the outcome won't change.
Big time.
So it's a real issue. I mean, that's why, I told you about the Back to Balance program that a friend of mine who's also a veteran is working on.
Yeah.
Because it's suicide, like 1 in 22 veterans commit suicide daily. That's too much. That's too much. And it's due to isolation. And isolation doesn't mean that you're quite literally just alone.
What happens when the uniform comes off? For many veterans and first responders, wellness isn't just about getting through a difficult moment. It's about finding the right support, the right community, and a path forward that actually fits their life. That's what Back to Balance was created to do. It's a holistic wellness program built by a collaborative group of local businesses supporting veteran reintegration, first responder wellness, and anyone ready to take greater ownership of their health. Every journey begins with an individual assessment, understanding where someone is, what they need, and what they want, and then connecting them with the people and resources in the community that are right for them. Le Café and Stoop Street Co. created the Back to Balance coffee and tea box to help support that mission, with 20% of proceeds going back to the program. Because finding your way forward shouldn't happen alone. Don't win the fight to lose the war. Grab your Back to Balance box and help us support the people who've spent so much of their lives supporting others.
Anyway, we work our asses off.
Yeah.
Like, we've really, like...
Well, they put you through the ringer because you have to be able to survive.
Yeah.
So the training that you guys are put through, from my understanding,
yes,
the bonding.
Well, just for infantry, I did. So normal Army guys that aren't in infantry do 3 months of training.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like their normal, just, run of the mill type of thing. I had to do 6 months because I went infantry. So I had to go to like shooting school, like all these other things that is different compared to regular, Army guys that are just, mechanics or something like that, which all praise to you. I love you. I mean, you guys helped me out in the trenches, but infantry, like you have to do 6 months of training just to be an 11 Bravo. Like that is the creme de la creme of the Army, other than being a Ranger or Going Scout. And man, like it's a task. That's why I love my wife so much. She stuck with me through all of that. All of it. Like she was writing me letters. We still have letters at home. And we were just writing to each other every single day. And my life was just so like, I love you, and I'm going to write to you every single day. You don't have to worry about that. I just want you to get home safe. Like, and that is when I knew she was the one. I mean, I knew it all along, but she just picked me up, damn near out of the streets. And I was like, you're the one. Like, and I was like, yeah, you're the one too. So.
Well, let's go into that because we love a good love story. So we know you love your love story. So, I mean, for everyone listening, Brandon cannot go a conversation without saying how much he loves his wife. And it's like, it's the sweetest thing. The only man I know who like loved his wife as much if you love your wife was my dad. And how he felt about my mom. You know, like when my dad was in the nursing home at like 79 with dementia, he would just be like, he would just start crying. He saw my mom.
Yeah.
And then like, if I would walk in, he would say to the nurses, he'd be like, you can just tell how great my wife is by looking at my daughter. You know what I mean? Like they thought that my mom was dead because of how well he spoke about her. But, okay. So tell me, like, how did you guys?
All right. So I was the captain of the football, baseball, and basketball team at Eureka High School.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. But I was an F boy. So I slept around a lot, but that's where I met my wife. So we talked. I knew I couldn't hold a relationship with her. So
because she was out of your league.
Well, but she was also just like another pawn in the game type of thing.
So you weren't in a headspace that you were looking for.
Exactly. I didn't want to settle down. I didn't want to.
You were in high school.
I was just, sleeping around and doing bad things that I shouldn't have. So then I stopped talking to her for a while. She met me while I was playing college baseball, just for a night. And I was like, gosh, you still have like I can tell in the back of my head. I ended up going into another relationship that lasted for 3 years.
Wow.
And then I told her, like, I need to leave you. This is not okay for me. And we ended up breaking up. And then, so 3 months into the military, I only had one lady in my phone, and it was her in my contacts. It was that.
You were just gone through and deleted everyone.
I deleted everybody for my other ex,
but you just couldn't bring yourself.
I was like, no, I was like, no, I have to have her. So I called her and I apologized because I was like, I'm like back in high school being an F-boy, I was like, I'm so sorry. And she said, oh my goodness, like, I wanted to see you like this my whole life. And literally from that phone call, I went back to basic training, and she's like, I'm going to write you every day. And she wrote me every single day. And I wrote to her, and it was literally just the exact thing that I wanted. I was like, I'll write you, you write me, you know that I love you deep down. Like, when it comes to my wife, she is most perfect person in the world. You know that. I tell you all the time. She is the light of my life. She is a breath of like fresh air. Like
This man, oh my goodness, your mood is so dependent on your wife and how happy she is. Like happy life, happy wife is like really true for you because like, yes, you are an empath and you have a very big heart, but like your wife has number one spot in your heart. So like if she's unhappy, your whole day's ruined. Like you can't handle it. You're like, you're overthinking. You're like, what can I do to make this better?
Exactly.
Like it is wild.
My wife is literally everything to me. She, like, I wake up just to clean the ground that she's walking on. Like,
We love the yearner. We love them.
I cannot explain how much I love my wife. Like, it could be 2 a.m. and maybe she's like getting up or something. I wake up right away and I'm like, honey, you okay? Like, what's going on? Like, do you need me to do something? Like, and it's 2 a.m. in the morning.
You're just a golden retriever. You're like, whatever you need, just tell me what to do. Yeah.
And I will flaunt that till the day I die.
As you should. It's a huge blessing, especially to find it like so early on in life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, she's 23. I'm 25.
Yeah,
so,
you guys are babies.
Yeah. Like,
But the question I have is, why did you not get your shit together before you got into that 3-year relationship? Unless you just weren't ready maturity-wise, whatever it was.
I think part of it was trying to figure myself out because I was still playing college baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And she was at Illinois State where I was playing at Harris-Stowe. So she was in Illinois and I was in St. Louis. And I think part of it was just
logistics.
Yeah, just like, because again, I'm such a lover. Like, I want you here with me.
I can understand that.
And so I ended up transferring over to Illinois State to try to play baseball there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what kind of ruined me was I got on the team over there, but then I transferred to Heartland, which is a community college right next to Illinois State. And it was just, I was trying to focus on myself, but at the same time be like a really good, because I thought I was going to marry that girl, like hands down.
Which one? The one you were in?
The one I was with for like 3 years.
Yeah.
I thought like hands down I was going to marry her and didn't work out. And I don't know. I just, I thought some things and I was just trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
It's hard,
especially at such a young age. And, I know a little bit more about your story and all the things that you were trying to figure out. So you definitely have had a lot.
I was like 21, 22 at the time. Like,
yeah. I mean, listen, it's the Midwest. There is that concept of people getting married super young. Yeah. But at the same time, like pros and cons to that. But part of the hardship of getting married young is you don't have a sense of self yet. But having the partner to grow with and have that sounding board and to watch each other through all those different seasons and stages is really special.
And I think that's what really just like, not took me by surprise, but I was just like, oh, I love you to my wife. Because she literally took me in when I didn't even know myself, type of thing. She was like, all right, I'll be your nailer. Like I'll be the one that gives you a breath of fresh air. Just trust me and we'll go through this and it's going to be hard, but at the same time, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I've been looking for,
Yeah.
Like just somebody to believe in me and see me who I am. And
that's all we all want that thing today, right? So it's like, and I think
that's why I cherish her so close.
For sure. And it is interesting, like being a God girl, like looking at the serendipity of like your paths cross multiple times and you didn't end up together until you were supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But then when you did,
right time.
You appreciated her so much more because of everything that you had been through.
Exactly.
Yeah. So timing truly is everything.
She is. I love my wife more than anything.
We love it. So what I wanted to ask you, kind of transitioning into today, is TBI, right? Dealing with your traumatic brain injury. How does that, I mean, we kind of touched on it briefly, like you were saying, how it's, your wife will tell you things if you forget, you need it written down, you need it on the calendar, like things like that. But like in terms of, do you find it difficult, like on a day to day with like career or just like doing your daily tasks?
Yeah. So with my TBI, I think the hardest thing, one, just with my wife, just we have so many things going on in our life. And I have to ask her all the time to remind me of things. But even working at Mountain House Café, I'll get like stacked with 6 or 7 like tickets. And I have to like remind myself to look back because there are like certain things that like I just forget.
Yeah.
So there are like 6 or 7 tickets, and one has eggs like this, one has jalapenos, like it's very frustrating I think the biggest thing is it's very frustrating for me because I used to be able to think like that. Like I used to be able to be on my way in 5 seconds. And now it's like, all right, I gotta ask her. I gotta ask Cindy. Like I gotta ask John. Like I have to like double check with them to make sure that like everything's fine.
And that's hard too, because you're so creative in the kitchen. So I could see how that could be really frustrating because like you so badly want to get it right. You're not intentionally trying to like not pay attention. Like, your heart's in the right place.
Yeah. I want everybody to come out of our cafe being happy, full, and just, like, yeah, I want to go back to that spot because of this and that. And it was cool because my wife, yesterday, she commented it on a, non-house cafe TikTok, back in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy commented yesterday and he goes, you should go there because Brandon's there and he is, the light that shines there. And I was just like, yeah, it was Tyler. And
Tyler's the best.
Yeah, Tyler's amazing. And it's like, I literally only go there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because he's there working. And I was like, yeah, that's what I wanted. Yeah, it's like, that's the whole point. I want people to feel like it's a family. Like we're all there for the same reason. I want you to come in and change your diapers, do whatever you need to do. Like, I want you to enjoy being there because we're all a family.
Yeah.
And that is the greatest compliment. Like to have you come back for me.
100%.
That's like,
yeah, because I mean, if you actually give 2 shits about what you do in the food service industry, it's your heart. Like you're not just trying to be like, here, bye.
I'm not just trying to pass off a sandwich and be like, bye.
There's a lot of love and care and intention that's put into.
Especially with like how small our kitchen is. Like it's just me and Astor right there. I mean, honestly, like it's just us back there, and she does the bakeries and I do cooking, and that's that's how we do it. And we've learned a very good system of
navigating each other's space.
Yeah. Like you do your thing, and then I open the oven for you. And it's a really good spot that we're at right now.
Good. I'm so glad to hear that.
I know. We're doing great.
But you're actually doing really great. Talking about your sobriety, can we touch on that?
Yes.
You're 100 days past, right, at this point?
Life is fast, but every now and then, you deserve a pause, a moment that's just for you. At Le Café, we believe that each cup of coffee should taste like a little bit of luxury. Handcrafted and locally roasted here in St. Louis, each of our single origin beans are carefully selected to give you the most unique and smoothest experience. Whether you like a light, medium, or dark roast, we got you. For those busy mornings or for my coffee lovers who prefer efficiency, we also have K-Cups. So go ahead and pour yourself a cup that tastes like self-care. Visit www.lakecafe.us to bring the cafe experience home. Lake Cafe, you deserve it.
Yes.
What's the exact amount?
It's 102 days.
102 days.
Yeah.
Claps. Let's go. Congratulations. That's a really big deal.
Yeah. So I was trying to get sober for a long time. I have seen demons in my head with my family and stuff. And that's kind of all that I really hurt me.
In the military.
Yeah.
That whole experience.
Yeah. That hurt me as well. It
That's
stems from,
right.
Like I didn't have any blood relatives at my wedding. So when I got married to Abigail Grace, I had no blood relatives there. Which sucked. So I started drinking heavy. But yeah, I went to rehab, and one of the biggest things that I needed that I just felt like I couldn't tell anybody about that I needed was I would try to get sober, and it would go on like day 4 or 5, and I'd start shaking and having hallucinations and stuff. So I could never do it at my house, like by myself. Abigail would have picked it up in 5 seconds and like saw me and be like, yeah. So then I ended up having a 2.5 hour nosebleed. And so she took me to the hospital.
Unrelated though.
So I think it was related because my blood was so thin because of the liquor.
Oh my God.
And that's why it just kept bleeding. And so Abigail took me to the hospital, and I didn't tell her anything. I was like, because we made a...
Did they not know about the drink?
No, not at all. So...
How did you, if you don't mind me asking, how did you keep that from her?
Hiding.
It's really scary.
Yeah.
Because how many years have you been doing that? When did
At least since senior year of high school. Yeah.
A long time, dude.
Long time.
And that's the scariest part. So, like, I think unless someone knows someone who's dealing with it.
Well, and when I talked to the people in rehab, it the one thing I kept saying is it got to a point where I had to drink to go to bed.
Mm.
So I'd have to have a drink before bed, and then I'd have to have a drink to wake up.
Mm.
And it was my life revolving around that. So then I'd have to have a drink in the afternoon. God. And it was terrible. I was going through a handle every 2 days.
That could not happen for your TBI.
No,
either.
Not at all. Yeah. And that's what my wife was talking about. She's like, are you just forgetting because you're an alcoholic, or is it because of the TBI? And I was like, honestly, I can't tell you the truth. I mean,
you don't know.
Yeah. I was like, it could be because of both. Because when I got my TBI, it was in the back of my head, which they told me a whole bunch of stuff about how the brain works and all this. And they said the back of your head is long-term memory or something. Mm. And I was like, oh, I don't want to shit about shit.
Yeah, being an alcoholic too. So that's also what would affect it. That's really scary.
So I went 14 days in the hospital. I went 8 days in the ICU. They put me under because I was shaking, hallucinating, and
the jaws.
Yeah. So I remember waking up, and my wife is sitting to the right of me, and I have a balloon up my nose. They have a feeding tube down me and everything. through the roof.
What an awful feeling too.
Oh, I couldn't breathe. I looked at her, and the first words that I said from waking up from the ICU, because they were about to pull the balloon and stuff, I was like, I never want to do this to you. Like, ever again. Like,
yeah, it's so beautiful and in this like tragically sad way at the same time that like here you were going through so much. Your first thought was just
she's just a saint. Like, she stayed there every single day. She was with me. And we have 3 dogs. Like, like
it's a lot of work.
She had 3 dogs, me in the ICU, like, and she's
work on top of that.
And work. Like, she was right there every single step of the way. And that's why I praise her. She is, I love my wife. Like, I looked over and I was like, I never want to do this to you again. Like, I can't. Like, that, looking at me in that chair and just being so vulnerable, but like, I was like just sitting there when I thought I was dead. Like, truly thought I was dead, out of the water, done. Like, and I wake up and she's sitting right there. And I'm struggling to breathe. Like, I'm like every 5 seconds. And she's just sitting there crying because, she already knows I have asthma. I have a hole in my lung. Like, I'm already struggling to breathe. Like, how it is. And that woman, oh my God. I could talk about my wife forever.
Clearly she loves you just as much as you love her.
Yeah. That girl, I don't know how she did it because I barely did it. And I was the one on the fucking chair. I was the one that was ready to go. And she just sat there all the time while I was, under for 8 days. Like, I didn't know she was there.
Yeah.
She's like taking pictures of me, and like they had to strap me down because I was trying to rip IVs on my arm and stuff. And I guess, I was like,
no recollection of it. That's crazy.
Like, she took a picture of a blanket, and I thought it was Kelsey, my baby girl. Little, like, German Shepherd, she's gold and stuff. And so we have a blanket that like matches her. And it has dogs on it and everything. And it was rolled into like how she lays. So like a little circle was.
Oh, just kind of bring you comfort.
So it was rolled like that. I said, honey, what is Kelsey doing here? She took a picture and she's like, honey, that's not Kelsey. And that's when I started hallucinating. And she said, that's not our baby girl. It's just a blanket, honey. Like, and it just went downhill from there. And she didn't know I was drinking at all. I told her I was sober and everything. Called the doctor came in and, all right, how long have you been drinking? Just tell me because we see it in your blood.
Wow. And
this was day 4 while being in the hospital. So I went in for just a nosebleed.
Yeah.
Thinking like something's wrong with my blood. And luckily they found an infection in my lungs. So I have like a infectious disease. It's only in the Midwest and it comes from bats. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's an inch from my heart.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And
so they caught that just in time too.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Caught that. Like my arm was full of just poking, just every.
You do realize you are so divinely protected. You have been through so much that should have like knocked you out.
And we're trying to figure out what's going on with you. Like,
oh my God.
They found that, and then they were like, all right, we're taking you to ICU because of the blood alcohol contact. So,
yeah.
Then just do it.
Did you feel that rehab was helpful?
Yes, big time. Rehab really helped me. Well, it was great because I had 14 days under my belt before I went to rehab. So I had 14 days in the hospital where I was had to be, which was good. And they knocked me out for the bad stuff. So I wasn't shaking. I wasn't, hallucinating when they knocked me out. I was all good. And then my wife and I talked about it. It was either divorce or go to rehab. And I said, 100% I'm going to rehab.
Oh, yeah.
I can't use you.
Yeah.
Again, how much I love my life. But yeah, I went there and it was really nice. I met a lot of cool people. About 20-ish days ago, it was probably 20 days ago. I had a couple people from rehab call me and they said they slipped up. And I was with my wife at the time and it really hurt me like badly. I just felt so bad for them. And like, these are guys that are pushing on 50 years old and stuff. Like, and I heard all the stories when I was there. So I heard all the background of, I just lost my job and now I'm drinking again and this and that. And
it's not like worst case scenario.
Well, and they called me right after their 30-day, rehab session. And I was like, I wish I could help you more. I wish I could do more, but I know that I'm doing well. I can tell you what I'm doing, but I can't really fix your problem.
Sure. And you look like a totally different person. When you walked into our coffee pregame last week, I was like, God damn.
I know. My wife says that.
I know you were going through something. I had no idea that you were going through all of that. But it is really crazy to see the transformation. You look like the healthiest, best version of yourself.
So I walked in to the hospital at 211 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
I walked out of there at 183.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Well, I couldn't walk for 14 days. So
your diet was limited. And
I just didn't eat anything. I was like, I know.
Yeah, but it's not even a weight thing. Like, I'm telling you, you look healthy. Like, you look like you have a good glow on you. You don't have eczema. You look happy. You look clear,
I'm so happy.
How has work been since then? Do you feel like you've been showing up clearer?
Yeah. Graham and I actually just had this talk. It's like, I love my job like so much. And I love making people happy. And the fact that people are coming back just for me to cook, like when I was gone, they were coming back in to talk to John on where I was at. They were like, I'm looking for Brandon. And I'm like, sitting in a hospital room.
Wow.
And they were like, no, I just really want him to cook for me.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's exactly.
Absolutely.
I love when people come back to our cafe and they're like,
yeah, communities.
I won't break. That's what I want to cook my food. And so it's been very fulfilling just being back. And, we have lemonade, strawberry, slushies now.
Okay.
We started that. So,
look out.
Yeah. So
how perfect is that?
I know. It's been killer and it's great. And we're just trying some new things out. I'm working burgers now. And 4th of July, I made 100 burgers for everybody around the spot. So doing really well with that. And I like that the cafe, it's kind of just me back there.
Yeah.
Other than Aster, and she's the most amazing baker in the world.
Truly.
Like, she kills everything.
She's an artiste.
Yes. Like, she's actually a chef.
No, literally.
She has the accolades to it. And, yeah, exactly. And having her right there is amazing because I can just focus on my work.
And you do artistry too. Like I still remember my fruit bowls that I would receive on shifts, which were great because I went through my little stint where I was being like strictly kosher and you were like, I want to make you food. And I'm like, you can't. And you're like, oh, why? What can I do?
You like my food?
Yeah. And you're like, stop, like, just take my heart. Just,
I was like, I'll figure it out.
You're like, what about fruit? I'm like, fruit we can do. And you give me this little like cute fruit bowls and then all
Strawberries.
It was so funny. I went in one day when we were like, I was off shift and you gave me this whole fruit bowl and John walks in. He's just like, I can't with you. He's like, you're just too much.
I tell John all the time. It's just I like to please people in our cafe because
you're very intentional and thoughtful.
That is our home. That like I look at that as my second home, and even Abigail, my wife, she will get on my ass about it, but at the same time, it's like, honey, I'm trying to make this place pristine. Like I want everybody to come back and be like, I want Brandon's food. That's what I want. Like I want this, that, and the other. And it's awesome because people are coming back now just because I'm cooking. And that's like,
hell yeah.
Hell yeah. It's like,
that's right.
Hell yeah. Like, it's like, dude, that's what I'm working for, Like,
yeah, you're plugging away.
I want my name in the fucking newspaper. If St. Louis could get a star, I wish that I could be in a place where I could get a star. But it's only Chicago. It's only Philly. It's only like certain
metro.
There's like 5 places that you can get a star.
For sure.
I can't get that there. But
there's still excellence that you can attain for. You don't have to
exactly.
May not be a Michelin star, but that doesn't mean it's not Michelin star worthy.
Except there was a lady the other day, I think it was Saturday, and she came in with her little baby girl, and her name was Priscilla. And they came in, and she's like, I just love that you got diapers and all this back there. And I was
very thoughtful. You could tell John's a dad.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. I was like, that's exactly why we're here. And she's like, the food tastes amazing. I left a 5-star on Yelp and this and that. And I was like, that's exactly what we want. Good. Like, I'm glad that you came. Like, I love that you're here. And like Priscilla's like running around the restaurant, playing with Piper and trying to see what I'm cooking and stuff. And I'm like,
just fills you up.
Yeah. I was like, go ahead, girl. Like, do your thing. Like, that's what makes me happy.
So wholesome.
Yeah. It's like, just have your fun. I mean, that's why we have all the games. That's why we have the pencils and paper. Like, that's what we want. We want it to be an experience. Because like that's the whole part of it, is that like, yes, it tastes good. I'm great at that, and so is Grant, so is Aster. But we want you to feel at home when you come into our restaurant. Like,
absolutely,
that is like French kiss to me. Like that is, I could talk about it.
I know I could talk to you forever, honestly. But I do have this tradition at the end of every podcast episode. So this whole podcast is based on this Hebrew quote, which is Eze Hacham Halomini Kol Adam, which means one who is wise is one who learns from everyone. And I feel we've learned so much from you, honestly. Like, it's not easy being open and vulnerable in general, and the fact that you were willing to do it in camera, in person, on audio, and sharing it with the ether. Like, I think this is going to make such a big difference to so many people. I know for myself, there's been so many times where I've gone through dark times, and hearing other people who've gone through similar or even just their own experiences has made me feel a little less alone and a little more hopeful. And I feel like we've got a really beautiful version of you. I really just scratched the surface. But if you can leave us with like your favorite life lesson or quote, what would it be?
All right. So life gets hard, but it gets better. As long as you just put your head down and move forward every single day, one day at a time. It doesn't matter. Like, don't do it week by week or month by month. Just put your head down. Keep moving forward one step at a time. That would be my thing. Because there is so many things out there in the world that's going to try to knock you down, put you back, do something. It'll just eat you up. As long as you just head down, move forward.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my thing. Just life is hard. We know that. It's going to be hard. But at the same time, you have the choice to pick yourself up, put your head down, and move forward. Or you can take steps backward.
Absolutely.
And that's only going to hurt you more. Like, you just got to keep going. And I know how hard it is. It sucks. Life sucks sometimes. At the same time, that's what you need to do, is just one step at a time. Go forward. You got it. I know you do.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's true. 1% better every day is all we can do.
Well, even with
Yeah.
your stuff that you post, like on Instagram and stuff, like that motivates me. Like, you're sitting there, you're tapping the mirror and stuff, and you're like, another day. Yeah. Like,
Thanks.
no, it does though. Like, it's
interesting.
refreshing.
I've kind of debated back and forth on this because I have 3 Instagram accounts. I have my personal, my podcast, and my coffee.
Yeah.
And I've recently made my personal one private.
You were talking about.
Yeah. I didn't have a huge following. I had like maybe a little over 500 people. And I like removed over 400 subscribers.
Yes.
You know,
but that's healthy.
it's a social cleanse. It was kind of where I was at. I really had like the debate of being like, I have gotten the feedback that some of the things that I share on my personal account have really been helpful. And sometimes like you put stuff out there, you don't realize how it's going to affect someone and they may not interact with it at all.
Yeah.
They may not like it. They may not comment. Like, you don't know who sees your stuff. And then like I would have people like 6 months later be like, thank you.
Well, it's the same reason why like I put on all of our bags now. I put have an amazing day.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a
Never
simple little,
that
like,
could have been what they needed that day.
exactly.
Yeah. And so it's like I've been kind of debating back and forth with my personal page and what I want to do, but I feel like where I'm at with growth wise in a lot of areas of my life, I kind of want to protect my energy a little bit more, keep my inner circle a little tighter.
Well, I feel like you finally got to that spot where like you're happy, healthy, you got your company working, and like, you're like in a very good spot to.
Yeah, I wanted to keep my head down, and my like on my bio, I put this quote. I put "do the work," kind of like what you were just saying.
Yeah.
Where it's like I just want to. Listen. I love to chitter chatter. I can talk from today to tomorrow, right? I've got vision. No one will ever deny that. But it's more about I want to be a person who shows my vision, doesn't just talk about it. Like I want to be that person where we're like, she's not just talking about the thing, she just did the thing. And I know I'm doing it, but I'm in the messy middle right now. So it's like I'm past the exciting, guys, look at me, I'm doing this whole new thing. And now I'm like doing the work. I'm not quite at the point yet where people are like, God damn. I will be.
It takes some time.
It does take some time. It does. And that's why I just kind of wanted to kind of quiet my personal thing a little bit.
Well, and that's what's also cool is that like, that it takes time. Like, not everything can just come the next day. That's why I say, like, keep your head down. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, just don't stop. As long as you don't stop,
exactly,
there's hope.
Exactly.
If you stop, that's when hope runs out.
Like, even when we were talking, like, you want a place out across the country and you want one here, and like, yeah, Like, yeah, like that's the goal.
Why not?
Like, why
not?
Why not?
You know?
Like,
And it's like, I think it's the beauty of having dreams is you have the dreams, but then also be open to how life will delight you because it could be something so much better than you could
there's
possibly thought.
so many people out there that like don't pursue it.
They don't pursue it. Yeah.
And it's like to see somebody else do that. I'm like, here, I will give you $100. Like, just keep doing what you're doing.
You were the cutest thing. We were visiting my family and my nephew, he's like 5 years old. And he's like, knows that I'm looking for investors.
Yeah.
He's like, Aunt Hannah, I just want you to know I have $1 saved up. I'm gonna invest in your company.
Let's see.
And I was like, you know what? Yeah, that's right. And that's the reason why I'm going to be successful because of your dollar. And it's the cutest thing.
It's like when people come back to the restaurant, like that's my whole goal. Like,
yeah, it's the community. We all need money. We all need to pay our bills. But I think when you are doing something that sets your soul on fire and you're giving back and you're giving value, you know?
Well, that's why I wanted to be a baseball coach too. Like it just, it's like fulfilling, you know, like you get that, like that soul, like fire thing. Like it's just like, you heal things there.
Absolutely.
You hit a ball and that made my heart happy. Like it's like the simplest things. If somebody says thank you for when I hand them a dish from Mountain House, just like, yeah, that really helped me out today.
Yeah.
And you never know what's going on with other people.
On either side.
Yeah,
the person who's making it or the person who's receiving it. You know?
Like, you never know. So it's like,
just make it with a little love. Because we all know you could taste it. Even it's not something you can quantify, you know, but it's like, man, oh man, we experience food or drinks, the people you could tell they hate their job.
It's like, come on over to Mountain House because they are happy and they are happy. Like, it's like, it's that simple.
Mountain House will always have a special place in my heart. John's awesome. I love what he's building there.
We're all amazing over there, honestly. Yeah. I mean, we have such a group that is just a French kiss. I mean, all of us are so willing and able and nice and kind and sweet, and we all trying to do our best.
Yeah.
And
it's a perfect neighborhood cafe.
If you come to that cafe, I promise you won't leave without a smile. Like, you won't be like, I'm sad that I tried this place out.
Yeah.
You'll be like, oh, I got to tell my friends about it.
I love that.
We're doing an amazing. We really got it down to T out there. So
it's wonderful to hear. Such a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming on.
You're one of my besties.
I know. But it's just, you know, it's just such a pleasure talking to you, reconnecting. I'm so glad you're doing so well.
Thank you.
I'm so glad that you felt safe enough and were open enough to share your story today.
Yes.
And I'm so glad you have your wife.
I appreciate you so much.
It's been great.
Appreciate my wife. I love you.
Well, guys, this has been another amazing episode. Thank you so much for listening or watching. If you are not currently watching the video and you're curious to see all the dynamics, come find the video on Spotify or YouTube. And I'm primarily trying to grow this on YouTube. So if you're not already subscribed, well, what are you doing with your life?
You gotta go to YouTube.
Please subscribe and share this episode with a friend. I hope you guys have a great week. Let's get it. Let's go.
We love you.